God family, God sisters, and God brothers, what up? All right, I want to talk about just being tired. You know, I feel like I got a lot going on, and I keep adding more to my plate and adding more, and it almost like just keeps getting better and better. And so I just look back sometimes when I get a little tired, I'm like, man, I remember having nothing to do and being on the couch and bored and just knowing how like lame it was and just no fulfillment. So I just had to let you guys know that man, almost being busy is a good thing. When people say, oh, don't be too busy, man, I think it's a good thing in a way. Like idle hands, I'm not saying be a slave and work your whole life, but man, you should stay busy, whether if you're not helping your family or helping friends or neighbors or your company or, you know, or somebody, help a stranger. You should always got something to do. If you're not doing that, you should be learning or, you know, going out of your way to do something good for somebody. It seems like life's full. And I'm just like, wow, man, it's kind of like a lot going on, to where made me think of this is, I'm like, man, I would never want like a huge house unless you paid for somebody to do all the work for you, but that's not, defeats the purpose, and somebody else is doing all the work on your home. I'm saying, getting too big of a home, then you got so much more work added. And let's say you wanted to, like, I want to get a farm eventually and I want to be self-sufficient. Wow, how much work is that? That's going to be work, but I don't want to look at it as work. It's going to look at it like a lifestyle. Like I get to do it, you know. It's like a privilege. You know, I want to be able to work on the farm and not have it, you know, feel like work or that I have to do it. I want to feel like I get to do it, like it's it's a blessing, because it is, to be able to grow and eat your own food that you created, to know that nobody can close the store on you. Nobody can fire you because nobody hires you. I love that. Thank you, Mario. So I feel like if you guys get busy and you guys are all wondering if you're making the right decisions and you know, if your plate's getting a little too full, man, I'd say you can pray about it, leave it to faith. But I feel like the when your life's almost empty is when you're got nothing going on, is when almost it's like okay to have, you know, nothing going on. I feel like if you're going through this spiritual journey and you're trying to better yourself, man, the more things on your plate, the better, because that's the more people you're encountering, the more culture you're dealing with, and where that's the whole point. We're trying to change the culture. We're trying to make the culture a Christian culture, where it's everywhere, where it's in the movies, in the radio, when you're talking to your friends, your neighbors, when you go to work, everywhere you go should be positive Christian values. And that will be the culture. That's what we're going for. So if you feel like there's a lot on your plate, that's probably a good thing. I feel like the more things that I get to do, the better, because I'm at a spot in my life where people enjoy asking me questions, and some people might not want to talk about their life. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm an open book. Anything anybody asks me, I'll answer them. So right now, my goal is to deal with as many people as possible, and to obviously try to influence them in a good way to change their life and live for Jesus. And the only way I can do that is not by telling them to do it, it's just by doing it myself, and then having outsiders look in and see, like, man, his life looks awesome, or her life looks awesome. What are they doing different? You know, there should be a standout difference between a normal person, a non-Christian, and a Christian. We should be noticeably different. If you're not noticeably different, maybe we need to work on our spirituality, because obviously I was always a Christian, and I was just blending in with the culture because I was intertwined with the culture. The culture had me. But now when I'm standing up to culture and standing up to everything that is anti-God, I am way different than everybody else. I stand out. I spend every waking moment talking about God. I wear Jesus clothes. I pretty much every chance I can, I'm repping Jesus. And I remember it wasn't even that long ago, less than 3 years ago. I was fortunate enough to change career paths, and I told my dad, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to leave. I want to travel the world and talk about how awesome God is and how he blessed me, and about how everybody should love God and they could be blessed too. I remember my dad said, man, well, what about the rest of your family? You're just going to leave them all there? I was like, I have faith that God will take care of them. They know that their dad's on a mission, trying to round up some disciples. He goes, all right, son, but I think you should try to figure it out and do it here. Somehow figure out a way to take your family with you or do it here. I said, all right. And then everything just started calling me towards YouTube. Like everything. I signed up for editing classes, which obviously you guys can tell I haven't taken them yet. The editing that I've done is just off of what I just have taught myself. But I'm going to take these classes. It's all online, about beginner editing, advanced editing, a few other ones, computer classes. But so hopefully, that helps out. And like I said, everything is gearing me towards going towards YouTube. That just all naturally came up and did that. And here I am, 35 years old, and when I go talk to my counselor in college, and they're like, well, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to do YouTube. She kind of chuckled, and I was like, that's kind of what everybody else was doing when I was telling them. That's why I kind of was not really telling anybody, but I was like, here I am 3 years later still thinking about it, and I haven't done it yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And then she was like, well, okay, and then started helping me, and then now I've jumped into it and told everybody, and it's great. So sometimes you just gotta fight the fear, and on the other side of fear is awesomeness. I've always said that fear is like the roadblock to success. That I can't think of anything that's scary or that you're scared of, or that you have fear from, that when you conquer that fear, you're not a whole better person or in a million times better. So I feel like with me, if you're scared of heights, conquer those heights. If you're scared of talking to a girl, go talk to her. You're scared of whatever, it's like whatever's on the other side of that fear is awesomeness. So don't be scared of anything. Actually, if you ever get a fear, enjoy that.